Okay guys, well today we have a very disturbing and shocking video, which I warn you, it might be a bit graphic, but a anti-Trump protester was part of a larger group of protesters who decided they wanted to cross into the middle of a highway and block the fucking highway because that is the religion of these fucking SJW communists who don't have jobs. They want to shut down the rest of society so we come to a grinding halt of the way their individual lives have. I'm going to play the video for you right now, and then we'll come back and give some commentary. And really the commentary I want to give is why I believe that there is a case to be made for why it's okay to run over protesters who block highways, because in truth what they really are is terrorists, highway terrorists. We'll get into that in a moment. Let's play the video.
Education, not deportation! Education, not deportation!
Education, not deportation!
Education, not deportation!
Get over here!
Guys, get over here!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is probably the first time that this poor girl, and I hope she's okay, this poor girl has ever really felt reality. The first time she's ever felt the pressure of reality up against her idealistic naivety was the night that she got struck by a car. Let's keep playing the footage for the next few seconds here.
Get off the fucking highway! Get the fuck off the highway! Get the fuck off!
Ooh. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on there. Let me play the moment that she gets struck by the car one more time.
Get over here! Get off the fucking highway! Get the fuck off the highway!
So apparently, no more. The big socialist revolutionaries, they're not that committed. No, they're not. Again, I think it's right here you're going to see the woman get struck. Yeah, right there she's going to get struck. Watch. Yeah, she just got flattened out. So there is the shocking footage. And it's very tragic that these things happen. And the truth is that the person who ran her over probably didn't even really know what was going on. They're on a highway, they're going 70 miles an hour, and they're on the left lane trying to avoid this bizarre, obscure mob of freaks coming onto the highway. And one person happened to be a little too far out, and they got hit. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, and the person clearly stopped in the video. The driver clearly slowed down and stopped. Now, this is something that these SJW scumbags love to do. They love to block highways. And, you know, it was about, August 23rd, 2015, I did an article called "The Case for Running Over Protesters Who Block Highways." And really what it comes down to is that these are not protesters. What they really are is highway terrorists. Okay, here we have a group of highway terrorists who rely on their leftist privilege to block highways knowing that nothing's going to happen to them. Recently we had a black man who was trying to drive to work so he could feed his 5 or 6 children, and he got off and angrily screamed in the face of these Black Lives Matter protesters saying, "I gotta feed my kids, get off the fucking highway." But here are the primary reasons why I think it's justified in certain particular cases to run over highway protesters. Personally, I probably would never run over a highway protester just because I don't think I'd ever be in such an urgent situation to do that. But there are many situations where others might feel it is urgent, and we're going to get into those cases now. Let's take a look. Well, one of the reasons that highway terrorists, as I call them, are so dangerous is that they create unemployment. And this is what happens. Unemployment equals poverty, equals starvation, equals death. So literally, these protesters, highway terrorists, lead to death. Watch. We need only look at the aforementioned case of Tyree Landrum, that's the black dude who was trying to get to work to feed his kids, to realize the vast economic damage that highway terrorists can inflict upon local communities. To quote the black man trying to feed his kids, quote, "I gotta go to Ross. If I don't get there, I'm gonna get fired. I got 6 fucking kids to feed." So really, these highway terrorists are ensuring that the economy comes to a grinding halt and then people starve to death. So that's one reason why in some cases it's okay to run them over, because they're literally causing starvation. It's really racist. The second reason is because they are disrupting paramedic/firefighter rescue efforts. Let's take a look. Highways are designed to ensure the flow of traffic at higher speeds than regular streets, which is one reason paramedics and firefighters will often utilize these routes when responding to emergencies. However, when highway terrorists block freeways, ambulances are faced with an unnecessary life or death delay. In the world of EMTs and rescue operations, every second counts. Here's the third reason. Women giving birth. How about women giving birth? It is not uncommon for women to go through labor or straight up give birth while in a car and being driven or driving to the hospital. When the rate of contractions rises and that water finally breaks, sometimes being driven off to the hospital by your husband is the only option. In fact, there's one video on YouTube of a woman who had to be driven. She was giving birth practically in the damn car. She gave birth to a 10-pound baby in the car, actually. So the point is that there are severe medical issues that are inhibited when people cannot use the highway to get to the hospital on time, and these highway terrorists, otherwise known as protesters, get in the way. And so again, I'll put the link to this article below so you guys can take a look at it and you guys can read it for yourself. And the truth is, I think that there's a better way to deal with highway protesters. You may not always have to run them over, even though it's always a tragedy that they slow down the economy, even though it's always a tragedy that they don't allow dying old women in ambulances to get to the hospital on time. I mean, that's how racist and misogynist and sexist these SJW protesters are. These anti-Trump protesters hate women because they want old ladies in ambulances to die. I mean, what kind of sick misogynist would want an old lady to die in an ambulance on the highway trying to get to the hospital? So these are the racist highway terrorist scumbags who are protesting, and I think it's tragic, and I think it's sad, and I honestly think that they need to reassess what they're doing. So thank you guys for watching, and don't be a highway terrorist. Really, it's racist.
And she can't make it 15 feet to her car. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.